Now, there's only 3 ways to get leads, and the first is called warm traffic. So this is anyone who has engaged with your social media. So likes, comments, followers, everyone who engages at all. Now, when I started this business, I didn't have a lot of followers, but I had gotten some from my professional modeling. So let's just say I had 10,000 or so. Once I had my proper pricing down, I just started reaching out to followers and asking them what their fitness goals were. So I would say something as simple as, hey, John, thanks for following me. What are your fitness goals? Oh, I want to lose 20 pounds. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Like, what are you struggling with right now? Oh, I just don't really know what to do. Okay, cool. What have you tried before? Oh, I've tried, keto diet. I've tried Weight Watchers. I've tried this. Okay, and how did those go? Not good? No, it didn't really work. Okay. Have you ever had a coach before? Yeah, I worked with a few coaches, but it didn't really go well. Oh, what went wrong about it? Oh, this and that. Well, hey, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know if you care or not, but I do this fitness stuff all day long. So if you're down to get on a call, I think there's some things I could point out to you that would be helpful and get you some results. Would that be worth your time? And then from there, I would actually go ahead and book the call. And these are the numbers I would look for. So 100 messages, so about 20 an hour. 30% respond. So 30 people have 100 respond. You book 5 to 6 sales calls. You close 1 to 2. Okay, so that's a warm lead. Now, maybe you don't have warm leads or you only have a few hundred followers and you run out of them very quickly. So phase 2 is going after cold leads. And again, guys, this is just if you're brand new, you have no following, you have no money, as bad as it gets. So cold leads are complete strangers. So when I had gone through my entire followers list, I started to reach out via IG hashtags. You can also do Facebook groups, but they just get hit up a lot more. So let me show you both methods really quick. Let's say you're a fitness coach, all right? And you are doing cold DMs. The goal is look for hashtags that have the type of people you're looking for. So you go to Fit Mom, Fit Dad, Fit Spo, anything like that. And you start looking for individuals who they want to get on the path of fitness, but maybe they're not in the best shape. So let's say this person here, this person was overweight and he's in pretty good shape now. So I might say, hey dude, love your fitness transformation, super amazing. What's the next goal you're trying to work towards? Because he's in great shape, but could he go further? Sure, right? And this would be a type of person you'd reach out to. Now, if you don't want to do Instagram, you could go into Facebook. Facebook's a little easier to find people, but it's a lot more crowded. What's cool with hashtags on Instagram is if there's a 30 million posts under a hashtag, the chance that someone else has reached out to that person is 0. And part of the reason that you're having a hard time winning as, let's say, a trainer or a consultant or whatever you're selling is because there's a lot of people sending the same message to that person. Let's say I type in fitness and different groups will come up. So fitness enthusiasts, fitness community, fitness bodies. What you're going to want to do is in this group, for example, let's say I'm in there. You look at the members, you would want to scroll down like I'm doing right now and look for people who are maybe not in the best shape who I can reach out to. And also they're in first world countries. So, if you're in America or you sell in USD or, even if you're in Canada, God forbid, and I'm just kidding guys, and you sell in Canadian dollars, then what you want to do is reach out to people who can actually afford the service. They look like they want the service and start there. This is the lowest level form of outreach, but you have to do it if you don't have a lot of money and you don't have a lot of followers. Okay. Now, the goal needs to be 1 new message every 3 minutes max. You're trying to send 20 messages per hour. So any slower than that, and you're moving way too slow. Because these people don't know you, right? Because this is cold DMs, the response rate is a lot lower. So instead of 30%, it's around 10%. You're hoping to book 3 calls, maybe you close 1. You might even have to do more messaging and book more calls because usually 10% of your book calls should close, right? Because you have cancels, no-shows. Some people show up and they close. And all this is for the reason to stack cash so we can then move into paid ads, right? Just remember, unless you're famous or unless you're going to go Mr. Beast route, you're going to be really patient and really build up your following. The fastest way to accrue wealth is to figure out paid marketing and paid advertising. There's 3 ways to run paid ads: boosted posts, DM ads, or straight to page ads. So I'm going to show you on the screen how you do that and show you 3 different examples. So let's go through boosted posts first. Boosted posts are the easiest, okay? And this is where most people should start. So if I'm doing a boosted post, just to walk you guys through it, let's say I was gonna boost this. You go here, you click boost reel. You're gonna have visit your profile, super simple. You're then gonna pick your audience. So you can do automatic targeting. If you like your audience and you have a good audience in your opinion, do automatic targeting. If you don't, then you can come down here and you can create your own. Then you're gonna wanna choose how much budget per day. So if you're getting, a follower for every $2 and you want 50 followers per day, you got to spend about $100. If you want 100 followers a day, spend $200. If you want 300 followers a day, spend, more money. That it has to add up to where your spend is at least going to get a follower for $2 is what I would go off of. It could cost more. These are the numbers you're shooting for, guys. So this is how you do a boosted post. And then the goal is everyone who likes, comments, follows you, right? You can see your notifications tab, people who follow, like, or comment on your stuff. on your cell phone, you can definitely see this. You then reach out to those individuals and then you just go straight to it. Hey, thanks for the follow. Like, what are your goals around whatever you're selling? The best types of posts to boost typically is a very direct post. Direct means, hey, I'm looking for 5 people who want to lose 20 pounds by Christmas. Comment fitness down below and I'll reach out to you. Or, hey, I'm looking for 5 people who want to grow their business. Comment down below and I'll reach out to you. That's a very direct post. Now, the downside of direct is usually cost more money. You can get better costs on an indirect post, but indirect posts usually don't do as well. So this is an example of an indirect post. Okay, I made over 150 million sales, told a little bit about my story, had really good costs on this. I'll actually show you the insights. So I spent about $3,000 on this and I had 1,800 followers. And I think the profile visits were like 20 cents, and that's what you're shooting for. So just so you guys know, with boosted posts, you want 10 to 20 cent profile views, $1 to $2 per follower. So let's say you spent $1,000, you have 500 followers, right? $2 a pop. And 30% of those people reply, so 150 people reply, you book 10% into sales calls, so that's 15 calls, you close 3. If you're selling a $2,000 package, you made $5,000 of profit. That's how the numbers should look. But for the hard part is if you're doing an indirect post, people might cheer for you or they might be happy for you, but they're not actually super interested in buying. So what I usually tell people to start with is a very direct post. And if the cost is too high, you can go more indirect. But direct is usually a lot better. I actually see this method work the best for B2C offers. So fitness, helping people get green cards, helping people get a better career, stuff that is not revolved around business, okay? And the reason for that is usually it's just a broader offer. And so this seems to work better for that. The next step up from that is DM ads. Now, why would you want to do boosted posts instead of DM ads? Boosted post benefit is it's cheaper. Okay, so it's cheaper to pay Instagram or Facebook for someone to view your profile, but the downside is you have to do all the outreach. If you do a DM ad, people come straight to you, which is better, right? So it saves time, but the downside is it costs more money. Okay, so that's how ads works. That's how really anything works. It's either you're paying with more time or you're paying with more money. If you have more time, start with boosted posts, right? And if you're a beginner, I would start with boosted posts. If you have more money than time, then you could go to DM ads or straight to paid.